Hi guys, welcome back to Cook with Pickle. I'm Caroline. I thought I would show you how my no-knead pizza dough looks when it first comes out the box after it's been previewed. So I'm going to undo the box and show you. So this has been sat on the side since yesterday. Smells lovely and yeasty, and I can hear all the bubbles popping as it the lid comes off. It's quite wet, so what you will find, it's quite a wet dough. And what I tend to do is I use one of these dough scrapers. They're really cheap and cheerful, you get them online. And I pop a bit of flour down on the work surface to kind of scrape the dough out onto. So I put a little sprinkling of flour down on the work surface. I'll just put the camera down angle slightly so that you can see a bit better. And I'm literally just going to kind of scrape the dough out of the box and out onto the side. So this, as I say, this is the no-knead pizza dough. This was 500 grams of flour, quarter of a teaspoon of yeast. So it only needs a tiny bit of yeast because it sits for quite a long time. A teaspoon of salt. And that just mixed together in the box, and then I add to that about 300 mils of water and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Last night I actually added a bit more water than the 300 mils because my flour was quite dry, but you just need to add enough so that it comes together in a ball basically. So once it's come out, you'll see that it's a little bit sticky on the surface to start with, and so what I tend to do is I just roll it in the flour, just so that it's kind of coated in the flour that's on the side. And then I'm going to cut this into portions and make those portions into balls. And then I'm going to leave it to rest for half an hour so everything has a chance to kind of settle back down again once it's been messed around with. So I'm going to get my scales out because I quite like to know exactly how much is going into the pizza. The kids tend to have about kind of between 100 and 150 grams worth of dough in their pizza, and we have anywhere between kind of 200 and 300 grams for our pizzas, depending on how hungry everyone's feeling. So I'll get, these balls that I'm making here for the kids are 130 grams. We're going for a picnic tomorrow, so we'll probably leave some dough. I'll probably cook up all the pizzas and then take the pizzas cold. So I don't know if you can see, but what I'm doing is I'm just putting it up on the side, and then I use the kind of where the dough is kind of slightly sticking on the side to make it into a ball. So I just kind of roll it under my hand basically, and then when it's in a ball shape I pop it over here and I'm going to dust it with a little bit of flour just so it doesn't stick, and that'll sit there quite happily. I'm going to actually put them back in the tub for now because I'm not going to need them straight away. So I'll just flour the tub and pop them back in here for them to rest. So what I do is roll, so you kind of fold the edges underneath into the middle, and then give it a kind of roll round so that those get incorporated underneath and you get a nice round ball. So I'm going to keep portioning this up. And then when I'm ready to shape my pizzas later, I'll come back and show you how to do the rest of it. Hi guys, back again. I'm going to show you how to shape this pizza. So this dough's been resting for about half an hour or so, and now I'm going to shape it into a pizza. Normally I bake these in the oven at around 230 degree fan on some baking parchment, so it's easy to get them in and out of the oven. I can do more than one at a time. So, but today, because it's really hot, I'm going to do them on the barbecue on the pizza stone. So the way I do it, this is a really kind of soft dough, and so the way I do it is I basically just stretch the dough between my fingers. So I start in the middle and I gradually work my way out. My pizzas are never round. They're tasty, but they're not round. So you basically kind of work your way from the middle and work your way out. This one's particularly not round today. This is not a dough that I would recommend rolling because it will just stick to the rolling pin and it all goes horribly wrong. So I would stretch it so that it's being stretched rather than it's being rolled. So that would be my advice from this one. So I'm just going to stretch this out, and today I'm going to pop it onto a pan which has got a little bit of polenta on it to stop it from sticking, because I'm going to slide it off of that onto the pizza stone in the barbecue. We've got a gas barbecue, an outdoor chef gas barbecue, and that means you know, we can just turn it on and it heats up super quick. So I'm going to pop this on here. Whoop, falling over the edge. And mine's a bit of a funny shape today, but it will still be delicious. Almost looks a bit like Africa there. I took out a pot of sauce that I had in the freezer just when I got back from school with the kids. This is like one of those size pots that you get with like sauces from the Indian takeaway. So I don't put a lot of tomato sauce on. I just put a little bit on. So this amount of sauce will make kind of 3 to 4 pizzas. Well, it's going to make 5 pizzas for us, but they're varying sizes. So it makes enough for the dough basically. And then I'm going to top this with various bits and bobs. So I will show you that in a bit. So this is my pizza all topped and ready to go in the oven. I'm going to go and slide it onto the pizza stone, and that will cook out there until it's done. It's difficult to say exactly how long, probably about 10 minutes. And I'll show you a picture of it on the other side.